y'all, it's your girl Renata Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am just going to focus on complexion. Yes, that is foundation, the contouring, the highlighting, the powder, those things, just complexion. I feel like this is important. I feel a lot of people do struggle with picking out the right foundations, or like just matching their foundations. So I'm just going to show you, my tips and tricks and the things that I do, and hopefully it'll help you out. So let's go. So my skin is already cleansed, and for my skin prep I usually go in with a serum, a moisturizer, eyeshadow primer, and sometimes this like liquid highlighter. The liquid highlighter is optional, but the serum, the moisturizer, and the eyeshadow primer, always, never skip it. Currently at the moment I use Glossier serum. After I've cleansed my face, which I've already done, I just apply a little bit. I said a little bit and then put a lot more. When rubbing things in under my eyes, I like pat or rub lightly, but with my ring finger. Using your ring finger, you use the least amount of pressure, so you're not putting too much pressure on your skin under your eyes. It's really delicate, so you want to be really gentle with that area. Now I'm using my moisturizer. Lately I've been using Supreme Radiance by Noir Beauty. I don't usually use a face primer. I just moisturize really well, and that seems to work for me and the clients that I've dealt with. As far as the eyelids though, I do use an eyeshadow primer because I have oily lids. And when I first got into makeup, I noticed that. And that's pretty weird. Not weird, but at the time I was like, that is weird why my eyeshadows crease and all that stuff. So if it can happen to me, I feel like it can happen to anybody. And just to like kind of avoid that, beginner type of mistake on the client, I just always use eyeshadow primer on clients as well. I am going to use this liquid highlighter. I enjoy using it under my foundations. This one is Skin Glass by North Face. It's just a really nice product that helps to like give you like that glow from within type of effect. Because I like for a highlighter at the end to be optional, not like I have to put it there so that I can have that glowy dewy look. For matching foundations, so everyone has their own little like thing that works for them, and that's fine. I don't knock anyone's process. Everyone is different. For me personally though, I like to match according to the chest, not to the neck. I feel like the neck can always, in my experience, the neck can always be a different shade. My neck is a different shade. My neck is a lot more yellow than like my face right now. So I like to match to the chest, because if I can get the chest, I feel like I can get like the rest of the face going, like the rest of the match properly. I'd rather bring it down the neck if it's necessary than to try to like be having foundation all over somebody's chest and stuff. So I have a few different foundations here, and then I'll show you like the differences. So this one is like a darker one by Fenty Beauty, and then this is a lighter one by Fenty Beauty. This one is probably caramel, I think, by Too Faced Born This Way. And then this is the Stay Naked one that I've been using. This one here I can contour with. Because if you see like around my forehead, I'm a lot more tan there, so I could contour with, but I still have to worry about the center part of my face. I'd rather just find something that matches a little more to like the center of my face or my jawline there. So this one's a little too dark. This one, the lighter Fenty one, could work, especially in the winter time. That could definitely work. You see that kind of disappear. It has a little more yellow. I like more yellow. My undertones are yellow, so I could definitely still use that one. I feel like I'm a little tan right now, so I would definitely have to go in with my contour to like have this blend in. But that is a really good match to go with that. Like putting a stripe there, it's not pretty accurate. You have to like blend it out some, because you don't just put a stripe of foundation on your face. This one by Too Faced It's fine. The problem is it's ashy. That's it. It's just an ashy finish. You know, all foundations, all brands aren't made the same, and so that has an ashy finish. So that's when that's enough. The one that I'm using now, you see this one is slightly darker than this one that I said will work, this Fenty one. It's slightly darker and it disappears into my skin just as well. So I'll be going in with this one. I hope that explanation helped y'all. I don't know if it did or not. I really hope. I hope it helped. I'm not that good with explaining things. I'm trying to figure that out. So hopefully that helped you guys out. I like to apply my foundation with a flat foundation brush first. I feel like it helps me to not pick up a whole lot of product. And I just lay it on the skin any kind of way, because I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. But I just like to get it on the skin. I feel like if I pick it up, which I have before, picking up product with a sponge or applying it directly onto my sponge and then putting it on my face, I feel like I'm going through way more product that way. So yeah, I'd rather not do that. I feel like the sponge helps to blend it and press it into the skin, but also it helps if you so happen to put on too much with the foundation brush. I feel like it takes off that excess. And I also like to apply a thin layer of foundation in case I do need to go back and like build in some areas, or it leaves me room to apply concealer under the, you know, in the T-zone area, and you know, the finish doesn't look so cakey, you know, it looks more natural. I'm not into the whole, like, I don't know, like I'm just not into the whole look of heavy makeup. That's just not my thing. It's nothing bad to those who do prefer that. It's just not my preference. So I go back over those like spots that I color corrected and just build on top in those areas, just to make sure, you know, that orange is covered. But now I just have like a really just an even foundation, an even base to go with. I like to contour with foundations. Today on myself, I'm using AJ Crimson foundation. This is my personal palette, and I just ordered the foundations that I wanted. And so this is the shade number 5 that I'm going to be contouring with. I don't have much like room on my forehead to contour, but I do like to give it, you know, some action, some attention. So I like to just tap it on my face. I really like to just warm up my face and sculpt out my cheeks for the most part. That's what I love doing, because my face is a little rounded, but it's all right. Taking a smaller brush, still going into that foundation and just going down the sides of the nose. And you can drag your contour like into your crease to like add to the warmth of your crease when you do your eyeshadows, or you can drag it up towards your brows. If you drag it up to your brows, it helps to like elongate your nose if you have a wider nose, to give the illusion of like a longer nose. If you feel like your nose is already long enough, you ain't got the issue, you know, you can like drag it into your crease to help, you know, when you like your transition color for your eyeshadows. That's it. Lately I've been using Fenty Beauty's concealer. So when I'm doing these videos, sometimes I can get a little heavy with the concealer, but when I'm just like going out and about, I don't really go in with concealer. I don't need a whole lot of brightening. That's just not my thing. So I'll just do these few little dots like that. Sometimes I blend it out with my sponge. Sometimes I blend it out with my flat foundation brush first, and then I'll still go over it with my sponge. The last thing to do as far as complexion is to set. So my favorite setting powder is AJ Crimson loose setting powder in neutral matte. I set my foundation in 2 ways. I can set it with a really small a fluffy eyeshadow brush, which is not this, but a fluffy eyeshadow brush, like a blending brush, and I'll just like go in my T-zone area. If I'm going on a date, that's how I prefer to do it. I just keep everything really, really light. But for the sake of these videos, or if I'm going out, like out, like with my girls, we be out for a while, Then I will set it with a Beauty Blender sponge. So I put my sponge in the powder and I just put it in those areas. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen many YouTubers do this before. This is nothing new. I don't bake. I like to go ahead. I just put too much on that side, but I don't bake. I like to go ahead and press it all the way in. For me, baking is when I'm trying to correct something, or it's when I'm trying to like sculpt my cheeks even more so I can like look really chiseled and not look as round in the face as I am. That is when, you know, I'll do some baking or something like that. If I, you know, look back and I realize, oh, I made your foundation a little too dark, you know, then I'll go in with this whole baking method. But normally I don't do that really. And that is my complexion routine. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I'll come right back. Alright, so here I am with the finished look. Off camera I just added mascara. I added some eyeshadow in my crease and on my lower lash line. Brows, of course. I added some blush and lips. I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it natural. Two of my favorite makeup artists are my gosh, the names, Sir John and Nikki Wolf, and I believe the other one is Uzme Krokowski. Look, don't have me butcher this lady's name like this. She usually does like Tamara Mori's makeup when she was on The Real. Those three are like my top makeup artists. Like, I love a natural look. I love when the skin looks like skin. I love for, I hope I don't offend nobody, I love for a woman to look like a woman. Like, we are natural born women. So, you know, unless you have like a skin issue that you're trying to cover up, like, I personally don't feel the need to cake makeup on, because we naturally cute, like we was born with it. I hope this helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. Let me know in the comments below if it helped you out. If you have any further questions, let me know. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see y'all next time on another video. Bye.